where we have a doggy wash leading to an outdoor space.
This is your backyard. 36 acres of land, $12 million. This is the backyard you're gonna get.
What's up everybody, it's Enes here. Welcome to another episode. This week we're in the mountains of Evergreen, Colorado and about to tour this incredible modern day chateau right behind me. This house was built in 2015 and it was inspired by
It definitely looks like a castle. Now, at some period in Europe, they started building the castles where the walls of the castle actually function as residences as well. So this is in that style where there's a kind of a gate where you go enter, and then, you know, there's a motor court in the middle, but back in the day, that would be kind of their yard. But, you know, in today's terms, it would be the motor court. But yeah, it's made in the style of a castle in Europe.
Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina, which is one of the most iconic properties in the world. House has a ton of architectural details and looks towards the amazing views of the mountains here in Evergreen, Colorado. Now, specs on this home. We got 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, 21,692 square feet of interior space, built on a 35.01 acre lot, and this property is currently on the market for $11,999,000. The house is located in a private gated community here in the mountains of Evergreen, Colorado.
Before actually looking at the property, let's look at Evergreen, what is happening in the housing market over there. Here's Denver, here's Evergreen. I'm going to click on it. I'm using zipsmart.ai. It's a website I created. It's the first real estate website residential that gives you buy and sell signals, and we have a sell signal. Currently, the blue line is the current market. It's a stable market, but it's forecasted by October to be 8.3% more buyer friendly, so most likely prices will come down, and it gives you with a degree of confidence. You can forecast 3 months out, 6 months out, 9 months out, 12 months out, and you can geek out on all the factors that it uses. It uses 30 different housing indicators, and it gives you a projection. Now, it's certainly the best forecast is that it's coming down, and you can kind of see that as, you know, the COVID trend has, you know, changed, and the mortgage rates are forecasted to come down, but not by much, right? It's at 6.5%. They're forecasted by July of next year to come about 5.5%, which I don't think it will move the needle in the housing market. So we're kind of on the buyer's territory and entering the buyer's territory over here in Evergreen, Colorado. Okay, back to the tour.
From the street level, we have this covered entry that leads us to the motor court. But before we go there, this door on my right hand side opens up to the 2-car garage on this wing, and this door on my left hand side opens up to a really nice wine cellar.
That's not a really nice wine cellar, and it's so out of place. More like that should be a storage place. I mean, imagine walking all the way here to grab a bottle of wine. That's storage.
We go straight into this amazing motor court, and we have the house right in front of us. Before we cover this...
All right, what an approach, right? The frontage is definitely there. You have a long private driveway. It's a gated community he mentioned, and then you go through this kind of a, you know, tunnel to enter the interior of the courtyard. Very massive, you know, very grand, and they've done a decent job of, you know, architecturally giving that castle vibe and look for it. You know, I've seen a lot worse than this. It's, you know, definitely impressive. You know, somebody driving in, they're gonna have really, really high expectations for the rest of the house. Let's see if the rest of the house matches up the frontage.
Section, I want to turn to this side where we can see the hillside and how they carved out this mountain in order to place this motor court. This is incredible. It's kind of a cool backdrop to look at.
I don't know if that was such a cool thing to look at. I think they should have done some landscaping there, plant some trees and cover that exposed rocks, because that's not normal in nature. That wouldn't happen. So it just looks like they've excavated it, and they didn't cover up their mess. So that's a negative.
As we face towards the home, we have 2-car garages on the left, 2-car garages on the right, all opening up to this amazing circular motor court. And now let's talk about the house itself. It's a beautiful, timeless design that looks like a chateau or a modern-day castle. And I mentioned it earlier, it was built in 2015. So although it has this timeless, classical look, it's actually very modern and up-to-date on the inside. Looks towards the amazing views. I really like this limestone exterior clad, which was brought from Austin, Texas. I know this hits the home for Mikey and myself. We used to live in Texas.
That's right.
And it's just a ton of details with these dormers, and I love those carved statues right underneath those dormers, which looks really unique. I mean, look at all the intricate detailings with the columns, ionic details. This is stunning. We have this steep roof line, again, giving that more of the castle or a chateau look. I can keep talking about this exterior. I mean, look at the proportions where
it's certainly the castle vibe, and they've done a pretty good job, I have to say. You know, for being built in Colorado, they've definitely give that castle European vibe. You know, a lot of limestone, and that grandeur is definitely there. The symmetry is there. The details are there. Now, they need to back this up in the interior.
everything is so symmetrical with these windows, dormers, kickouts, columns. This is incredible. I feel like I'm walking into a fairy tale here. This is so unique and different.
Yeah, and I gotta say, this home is just extremely solid. You can tell.
Thanks, Mikey. I thought it was made out of Play-Doh. Of course it's solid. What do you mean?
All right, let's check it out. All right, everyone, here we are at the entry. We got beautiful marble floors here with the inlay design.
Wow, what a horrible foyer. I mean, this looks like a closet to me. You know, I hate it when they really butcher and don't give the foyer a property of this caliber and this frontage would need. It's so narrow, it's really an afterthought. It's like, okay, so we have to put the foyer here and then we divide it. No. You need to go pretty heavy on your foyer. A lot of properties would actually incorporate the foyer into the formal living space, which doesn't get used to give that grandeur. And over here, it just looks like a, you know, very grand walk-in closet. I'm not impressed.
And 2 hallways that takes you to each wing of this home. As we continue, this door opens up to a really nice powder room for this level. And here we are at the grand entry, 2-story ceiling.
Okay, so look at the finishes. Now, we went from a castle, right? Now, on the interior, we have these crystal chandeliers. You know, it's not the right match. You need to be, if you're going castle, you know, this is, the architectural style of this castle would require maybe cast iron chandeliers, right? Something a little bit more medieval, something a little bit more darker, not like fancy French upper class, you know, chateau in Paris, right? The crystals and crystal chandeliers are just super, they're not working with the architectural aspect of the house at all.
Ton of architectural details, which we're going to talk about in a bit. And before we talk about the interior spaces, this is a bit unconventional, but I want to take everybody to outside because this property gets some of the best views that we've ever seen on this channel. And I know I say that quite often, but look at this. It's so quiet. Look at all these treetops, these mountain views. We have Mount Evans on.
Beautiful views. I mean, this is as good as a mountain view gets. You know, maybe Alps and parts of Montana and Utah might have better views, but this is amazing. I mean, you see rolling hills, right? Green, and then backdrop as you get the Rocky Mountains, I believe, much higher, much more dominating the backsplash, but you also have perspective. You have a lot of different things going on, different hills, and there's a lot of depth to the view. Green on the bottom, framed with the snow-capped mountains. Beautiful mountain view. I mean, if you were rating mountain views on the scale of mountain views, I would give this an 8 or a 9.
Which still has some snow on it. Looks incredible. I really appreciate the color variations and differences in height on this backdrop. That looks incredible. It's a great view.
Yeah, it's really nice. And although it looks like we're really kind of secluded out in the middle of nowhere, like it's like a national park or something.
Now, I'm going to pause it right here. If you're a subscriber to the channel, you already know this, but I'm going to give you 3 seconds to spot the biggest flaw that should be obvious from right this angle. Can you spot it? 3, 2, 1. Where the hell is the backyard? We had this huge frontage, right? That took the motor court, took all the flat areas of the land, and the rest of the house is just, you know, hanging on the edge of the slope. Where is the backyard? You know, big mistake. I mean, you create this anticipation, this huge front that, you know, should really, you know, get you excited about the property, and then you don't back it up with any backyard. Are you serious? Like, there's so many other, you know, and don't tell me, oh, it's winter, it snows, people don't want backyards. No, people want backyards in Colorado too. It doesn't snow all year round. It would be awesome to have, you know, supposedly has what, 36 or 37 acres of land. You should have had at least an acre flat, right? Somewhere where you could have maybe horses there, playground, outdoor swimming pool, some, you know, where you can just rest and the kids play. This is a hillside property with 36 acres of unusable space. Not ideal.
Now we're out here. This is a wraparound balcony that picks up the office on the other side, which we'll turn a bit. And I really appreciate this limestone exterior clad that they have. They brought it from Austin, Texas. Looks really great. We can kind of have a closer look here. Now let's step back inside and continue our tour. We're back again at the grand entry, and going through this way, we have the formal living room and formal dining room. Let's start with the formal dining room. Beautiful table that sits 10 people, 2-story ceilings here. You can actually kind of see the staircase or the walkway on the second floor from here. I really appreciate these Corinthian columns that kind of gives a ton of character to the interior of the home, matching the exterior a little bit. And as we go this way, we have the formal living room area or the seating area.
All right, look, the TV placement is horrible. You will break your neck. But there is something missing here. You see, when you start drywalling the rest of the house and you look like a castle on the exterior, you need to incorporate some, you know, limestone bricks and blocks into the architecture on the interior to continue that trend of the castle. You can't just try to achieve that with fireplace and, you know, railings and stairways. You need to incorporate that stone brick in the interior to continue with the theme of the castle. Now, it looks like a house. It doesn't look like a castle from the interior anymore. You know, it just, you took away that vibe, which is, you know, it's not cohesive with the exterior.
Beautiful L-shaped couch setup. These massive windows from floor to ceiling, looking towards those amazing views that we pointed out right at the balcony. This is amazing, and I really appreciate that they put these small awning windows on the bottom if you want to get some fresh air while keeping the picture windows on top. We have this amazing ceiling treatment here that kind of complements the space.
What the hell is this? This is not castle vibe. It's like a contemporary element that doesn't fit with the architectural style whatsoever. Again, like they forgot they were building a castle when they got inside. It's just not cohesive.
I really like the lighting they did all around it.
It's like a spider web or something.
Let's see, on this side we have a French door opening up to the same balcony that we showed it to you guys earlier, and this massive gas fireplace as big as myself, complementing this room with a TV above. And again, same limestone details were also brought into the interiors with this gorgeous stone cladding that we have around the gas fireplace. Couple more things I want to mention here before we kind of leave this section and talk about the kitchen. Number one, we have another French door opening up to an outdoor balcony on this level, which is right here. Again, gets the amazing views. And the ceiling heights here are quite impressive. I love these barrel designs that they have throughout, and we're gonna see them pretty much throughout the property. Now, Mikey, let's come to this section right here and start talking about the kitchen. Kitchen kind of has two sections. We kind of have a bar area, kind of a prep area between the formal living room and the main kitchen. We got a beautiful steel farmhouse sink here, looking towards the amazing views thanks to this picture frame right here, seeing the balcony and the views. Two-tone cabinetry, trash compactor, dishwasher, and we got the island on this side with the bar seating, darker tones. Let's see, paneled in, small fridge, your microwave setup. And Mikey, can we point up to the ceiling for a second? Look at this barreled ceiling design here with the brick finish, LED lighting, Corinthian columns.
Do you see what's wrong with this? Am I the only one here? You've got a Tuscan element. I love the barrel design. I love the, you know, brick finishes. Beautiful, right? But you're matching it with a Corinthian column capital. You should be using a Tuscan column capital. And then, by the way, why do we all going Tuscan now? Why are we going a Tuscan Italian vibe? We're a, you know, castle on the exterior. Now we switched. I mean, look at this column next to this. That's not the right flow. It just doesn't go with each other. Again, the inside decoration and finishes is not matching the exterior. It's like a facade that looks something, and then in the interior, they just don't know exactly which direction they want to go. They're like, I've seen this in Italy, let's slap it up there. Beautiful, it looks nice, but architecturally, you're just not hitting the right notes.
The amount of detail that's on this ceiling is amazing.
Yeah, this was the first thing I noticed when I walked in here, and it's something we've never seen anywhere before, but it kind of makes the whole thing feel a little bit more rustic, like a wine cellar almost.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
This home wasn't a spec home. This was a home for the owners, current owners, so it's fully custom designed. They thought about every little detail. In fact, I almost forgot.
Look, now you've got a French crystal chandelier on this side. You got the Tuscan element, and you look like a castle on the exterior. What the hell is going on?
I would have really hated myself if I forgot this detail. Mikey, can you come on this side? We have this etched glass paneling on this side and the other side of this island that kind of has like a logo and branding and style of this home.
It's like, okay, we're just gonna put a logo to just remind everybody we're in a castle. It doesn't work that way.
Now, as we continue this way, I said kitchen kind of has two sections because this is where we have kind of like the main kitchen side of it, complemented with a small breakfast nook. I say small, but you have all these windows looking towards amazing views, gorgeous chandelier above, and the ceiling height here with this kind of a vaulted ceiling design must be around 25 feet. We definitely have some volume here. And another exterior door that opens up to the balcony. Now let's cover the kitchen. We got a beautiful La Cornue gas stove here. I've never seen.
All right, beautiful gas stove. I haven't seen that finish either, but I have to say I really like the flow of how the formal living space flew into the kitchen and the dining room. It actually feels like a livable space. I really like that. As weird and disjointed the finishing styles are, it actually seems like a cool space to hang out in and feel cozy.
We got a pop-up vent right in front of it, another bar seating. On this side, we have the main sink for the kitchen, and I love how they kind of kept it open and float these cabinets above, so you kind of have this free feeling. You can kind of see everybody around the house. It's definitely a family home. That's the trash compactor. Right behind me, I know you're gonna like this. First off, look at all this limestone detailing on this pizza oven. Who has that?
Why would you assume I would like that?
Well, you like pizzas.
What are you trying to say? Okay,
Yeah.
I like pizzas.
Look at all the detailing here, and as we continue, let's see, we have a steam oven, regular conventional oven, and I believe freezer and fridge nicely.
You kind of brushed over that.
Handled
What
it.
is a steam oven?
I would assume it cooks with steam. I just want to make sure I'm correct on my facts.
I really miss Mikey in the newer videos. Like, their banter is pretty funny. And they don't have to get along. Sometimes they kind of say stuff to each other, but that's like the funnest part of the video when I watch.
But
I know there's going to be someone in the comment section who's like, what is a steam oven? And
you know
where
what,
can I
if
get
someone knows in real detail what steam oven does and why it's different from the conventional ovens, let us know.
one? We're all ears.
Absolutely. Pantry space and pantry continues on the other side. Mikey, let's go back now. I want to briefly establish where we are. We have the family room dining area. This hallway takes us here. More built-ins. All these French doors open up to the motor court. And this door right here opens up to the two-car garage that leads us to the motor court. And right here we have a nice laundry room connected from the pantry that leads you to another room where we have a doggy wash leading to an outdoor space.
This is your backyard. 36 acres of land, $12 million. This is the backyard you're gonna get.
Really cool. And I've never seen an entire room dedicated to washing dogs, but they have those tiles, custom tiles of
Yes.
dogs in there and everything,
Absolutely. All right, so we're back at the kitchen. Now I want to take this hallway and show you guys the primary bedroom. But before we do that, let's take a quick moment and really appreciate this staircase design, which they have on both wings of the home. This is all built out of limestone, from stairs to railing, everything. And right underneath the top of the railings, we have these beautiful wrought iron designs that wraps around the entire property. This home has 4 levels, so when you look from the top, you can really see the size and the volume of the property, which is kind of astonishing.
Yeah, it was a scary B-roll to get.
Absolutely, I can imagine. Overall, this staircase is great. One of them goes to 3 levels, the other one goes to 4 levels, and I'll explain that why later in the video. Now let's take this hallway. Again, French doors opening up to the motor court. We are back at the entry. And as we continue, more of these French doors again opening up to the motor court, and this right here leads us to the office. Beautiful hardwood floors, another gas fireplace to cozy up the space.
Do you get castle vibes here? Again, another chandelier. They spend a ton of money on these really expensive chandeliers that don't even go with the exterior of the property. I don't get it.
French doors opening up to first balcony that we saw earlier. What's so impressive about this room is the 2-story ceilings here. And we can actually see the railing throughout, because right above us we actually have a kind of a gallery space where you can walk around this entire room. Again, we'll see that later. Desk setup on this side, more built-ins, gets a lot of natural light, and we're gonna see a lot of beautiful chandeliers and wall sconces throughout. We have some right here, and this wall kind of kicks out a little bit, which is kind of interesting. And I'm going to explain that.
It's not interesting, it's weird. Whenever you see a wall kicking out for no reason, taking away from space, it means that, you know, something was not thought out and they had to fit something in there.
This is where we have the secondary staircase with the same design elements. Looks gorgeous. I love the curvature. You can actually see all those kind of glazed windows from the exterior as well. And Mikey, let's point out to this section. That closed off section is your elevator shaft. The current owners didn't place an elevator, but in the future, if you would like to have one, they have the full concrete frame.
How could you build a 4-story, $12 million mansion and go crazy on a lot of the finishes and not put an elevator? Like, what were you thinking? That's just the negative. And, you know, asking the next owner to do it is a lot. Like, who the hell wants to put an elevator in their house? Like, it should already be there. You got 4 stories. Come on.
Before we go to the primary bedroom, we have this hallway taking us to the 2-car garage on this wing of the house. And this covered entry, arched entry, takes us to the primary bedroom. We have a bit of a drop ceiling detail right at the entry. And as we go in, this is where we have the bedroom. It is super spacious, plush carpet floors.
Look, it looks like a house from Texas right now. The chandeliers, first of all, this one is crooked, but it just, the chandeliers do not go with the architectural style of the house. You got drywall everywhere. Where is the exposed, you know, stones, limestones in the interior? You gotta at least give me an accent, you know, once in a while, a column, something reminds you that you're in a castle. Again, I love the windows. I love how it opens up. Good scale, good volume, but you know, this could be in Texas, could be any house in America.
Incredible views, chandeliers everywhere. This is gorgeous. This is as someone who's from Turkey, who had a chance to travel all across the world, these are some of the best views I've ever seen in my life. It's so peaceful, it's so untouched and private.
I don't think you've gotten to spend as much time here. I went to college here, so I kind of got used to Colorado, but I've always thought it's one of the most beautiful states we have here in the U.S. And hopefully we'll get to tour some more homes here.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. All right, primary bedroom kind of continues on this side. We have a bit of a seating area. Again, beautiful chandeliers and wall.
Like, look at the furniture. I mean, there's just not any, or the art. Horrible. You know, they didn't follow through with building the house, making sure the architect is bringing the cohesive look from the outside to inside. The interior is decorated this way. It just gives me like a Tuscan vibe again, you know, the furniture and the art. It's not a castle vibe.
Seating area. Those French doors open up to the main balcony, and we have 2 small private balconies here for the primary bedroom. Mikey, can we pan up to the ceiling for a second? We have the drop-down screen here for you to watch your movies. Right kind of next to your gas fireplace. Again, beautiful mantle work details. And let's continue. We have the king-size bed here, complemented with 5 picture frame windows looking towards the views, with casement windows on top to get that fresh air to come into this bedroom. And going through this opening, this is where we have the closet and the bathroom. You have a small prep sink here, kind of like your coffee bar, whatever you want to use it for. And going through this opening, which has a pocket door right here, we go in to the walk-in closet. Obviously super spacious.
Very big walk-in closet, great space.
We have a ton of built-ins, hangers, shoe racks, 2 chandeliers above. On this side, we have a nice prep, kind of a makeup area with marble countertops, wool sconces. But what's so impressive, unique and different about this walk-in closet is this. We have this pocket door opening up to a full walk-in vault.
Whoa.
I know I didn't mention this.
Wow, the vault has chandeliers too. This is massive. This is huge and definitely a must in the ultra high end. I really think with the way crime is going across the country, you really need, you know, in the ultra high end, you should have panic room vaults, and you know, this is massive. I mean, it looks like a living room inside.
I mean, we got 2 chandeliers here. This room is pretty spacious. And I mean, why not have a walk-in vault in your walk-in closet?
Makes me want to get some valuables to put in there, you know?
I know, which we don't have many.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
all right, let's go back to the kind of the entry of the bathroom. Another pocket door here, sealing off the primary bathroom. Marble everywhere. When I say everywhere, it's on the floors as well as the walls. And when I had a chance to talk to the owners,
Well, why am I getting like, you know, Russian bathroom vibes here? What is going on? And why did they decide to go with the windows that are checkered when you have such a beautiful view? You want to show it off. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
they mentioned it to me that they wanted everything to be clad with marble so that reflection of the light pretty much lights up the room. In fact, they turned off all the lights in this room and it was still this bright.
It's really nice. It's something about these windows, like, I can't explain it, but
It looks like you're in a prison right now. Yeah, it's horrible, Mikey.
very classical. It feels like,
Well, it's the grid details.
yeah.
They're not picture windows, they have the grids that give you that timeless look.
Timeless look. You just butchered the view. Why would you do that?
We have a massive mirror on the back wall with a TV right in the center, which is again very unique. 2 vanities, and you're gonna like this, Mikey. Every single bedroom in this house has a washer and dryer.
Every bedroom.
Every bedroom.
I've never seen that. I've never ever seen a mansion or even a home to have a washer and dryer in every bathroom. This is a first for me. It's crazy. It's totally unnecessary, but I don't know what they were thinking. Again, it's so weird. Like, are you renting out the rooms one by one? Like, it's at a hotel? I don't get it.
Might be the nicest powder room we've ever seen, clad with marble, spacious, where you have a nice window to look outside because it's private, why not? And going this way, we have the walk-in shower. Look at the detailing on the glass. Isn't that amazing?
Never seen an etched glass shower before either.
Yeah, you've never seen an etched glass shower before, because even in Italy, they've given up on this design because it's so played out. The only place you would see something like this is in Middle East. You know, they love, you know, they're still doing the etched glass everywhere. And, you know, you can find it in Pakistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, parts of Iran and Iraq, and, you know, Syria. You know, you can even find it under, you know, sunglasses sometimes. It's just not in. It's not popular. You should not do it. It's a waste of money. I hate it.
Same grid detail windows. You have 2 of everything, super nice. And Mikey, let's get out for a second, because right around the corner, we have kind of the sunken tub setup here. It's all jetted, clad with a darker tone marble to create a nice contrast. And you actually have steps here that takes you down so you can get in a little bit easier.
How would you go down? It would be easier to get in. I don't get it. It's silly.
I can only imagine the struggles that the drywall crew went through in order to get all these ceilings right here, which is amazing. And you're looking at towards the same amazing views.
Yeah.
This room just looks weird. Like how low the windows are, and then the dome. It just feels off, you know. Just the ratio of wall to ceiling is off. Like the walls are low, the ceilings are higher. It looks symmetry. The ratio is not there.
And that's pretty much it for the main floor. Now let's go back to the staircase and check out the 3rd floor. All right, everyone, here we are at the 3rd floor.
Okay, this is really the 2nd floor. I don't know why he calls it the 3rd floor. You count from, you know, the ground level, or you can call it the 1st floor and then the 2nd floor, but he's counting the basement. But there's actually 1 level lower than the basement too. So this is really the second floor, the highest floor in the whole house.
We got a few bedrooms here and cool rooms that takes advantage of the amazing views even more since we're a little bit more elevated. But that's not it, because on the first floor we have 3 extremely spacious bedrooms that could technically qualify as primary bedrooms, where you get different views on each one of the bedrooms. So we got still a lot more to see.
A lot of bedrooms to go.
Exactly. Now, I want to take this hallway first, and I want to take everybody this way. We got beautiful hardwood floors here, windows facing the motor court. By the way, Mikey, they clad the window sills with marble. Who does that? I don't know, but I wanted to point that out. We have this open room here with carpet floors. By the way, I don't want anybody to get mad at me. Every single floor we go, we clean my shoes, make sure it's spotless, because we don't want to leave any stain on these beautiful clean carpet floors.
Some people might not know this. This is a little piece of Enes trivia, but he has multiple pairs of the same shoes just so he doesn't get people's carpets dirty.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you for revealing my secret, Mikey.
Yeah. So all those other people out there,
Kind of questioning or trying to figure out?
yeah.
There you go. Also, we have these exterior doors opening up to a balcony facing the motor court.
Did you see how the vibe just changed from this last frame to this frame? Castle, this like regular living room. I hope you guys getting it.
This room kind of could work as your gym space, another bedroom, another set of doors opening up to a balcony facing the views that way. But Mikey, let's go this way. Ton of exterior doors on this house. More doors here opening up to the same balcony. And this is a really unique section. They kind of clad this raised elevated flooring here with marble floors. Really nice bench design here with these ornate finishes. And this room could, I don't know, could be your art gallery. This is where you paint. This is where you seclude from the rest of the house.
It's like a sunroom almost, but at the same time, this whole wing of the house isn't fully finished. So it's kind of like, it could be used for something else.
Wait a minute. First of all, it kind of looks like a chapel. Like they decided to do a chapel, but then they became atheists and like they decided to let go of the idea. But most likely what happened over here is that the exterior facade of the house, for the sake of symmetry, forced them to have a space here and they didn't know with it. Again, that shows not thought out spacing, not understanding, you know, the interior spaces and matching it with the exterior spaces. Okay, if we make this decision over here, how is it going to affect the interior space? Again, to me, it looks like a chapel.
We have this staircase opening up to an awesome kind of an attic space that's kind of unfinished, but you got great ceiling heights there.
Okay, this just looks like they ran out of money. Not good. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all.
And that could be your movie theater, office, gym, you name it. Opportunities are endless. Now we're back in this room. By the way, we got some built-ins here with a small fridge. Had to mention that. And this room connects to this awesome full bathroom with a vanity, walk-in shower, toilet set up here. And this door opens up to I guess a secondary bedroom on this wing. Bed is on this side, 2 chandeliers, awesome kind of recessed in windows looking towards the amazing views. Mikey, you're not ready for this either. I kept this as a secret. You might have thought this is like some sort of an attic space.
Well, I did actually find this spot earlier. So,
you did?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got this outdoor rooftop deck on this level that takes advantage of these incredible views. What a 15-foot of difference makes in terms of height. Like, I feel like views are just so much better, so much more elevated, so quiet.
Does it really? It looks the same to me. I mean, when you're looking at the same thing, it's just the views look almost identical to lower floors.
It really is incredible. I love the woods. I love pine trees, but even more than the view, maybe this is a good opportunity for you to talk about some of the architectural details up close.
I like that, Mikey. I like that direction. So now we can actually see some of the cupola details, steep roof lines.
You know, they've spent a lot of money, like on chandeliers, on certain elements to architecturally deliver. And like over here, this looks legit. You know, they've done a lot of cool stuff. But then they just didn't have the right coach, the right interior designer, the right person to plan the spaces out, to really deliver on the interior, right? It's kind of a sad situation.
Check this out. This was really fascinating. We have copper flashing all around, and this roof looks like a slate roof, which is a stone finish, but it's actually a man-made plastic material that's super durable. This roof has lifetime warranty. It can adjust for heat changes or temperature changes with the snow during the winter, sun during summer. So this is way more of a durable option. And you can see all the copper detail with the copings, flashings. It may look like a simple roof, but these are not easy roofs to put together, and they did a phenomenal job here. And lastly, I know you like these, Mikey, sun guards that hold the snow during winter.
All right, I do like those.
All right, let's step back inside. Now we're back at the third floor landing, and as we follow the hallway, we have this room right here, which is very unique. We are right on top of the office on the main floor. This is the second story. This is how they get all the ceiling height.
Okay, this is completely useless space. This should have been a built-in library with a spiral staircase going up. Again, why would you want to come over here?
They designed this room as your art gallery where you have all this wall space to feature your art. But
why would you put your art there? Like you got to put your art in the living room where you can enjoy it. You don't go to it doesn't make any sense.
I can totally see this as the second floor of the office where you can utilize it as a library, which would be really cool. One more things, we have 3 French doors here, technically opening up to 1 interior and 2 exterior balconies. Now let me take everybody back to the main hallway on the 3rd floor. This is really interesting. On our right hand side, we have these elevated stairs that takes you to an outdoor balcony facing the motor court where you can...
Do you see all these lines when I was telling you guys earlier? Like you can see where they've cut the stone. Like there's nothing pretty about this. This should have either been framed by, you know, pine trees, some vegetation, maybe a water fountain. It just looks unfinished.
Kind of see the hillside, gorgeous chandelier above. And this is that hallway or the bridge that I mentioned at the family room where you can look down on your grand entry, family room, kitchen. I think the owners went with this direction so that whichever part of the home you're in, you can still kind of connect, talk to anyone and see everybody kind of moving through the space. One more thing I want to mention here, even on the interiors, they brought the limestone railing with these wrought iron details.
That's all they've done, by the way, to kind of bring the castle vibe, which also, by the way, it's a Mediterranean feature that you see in Mediterranean homes. So again, not cohesive.
I mean, this is the 3rd floor bridge and they have all these incredible finishes even here. This is amazing.
And you may have seen these in other places and they've been fake, but Enes, give those a little knock.
Well, it might hurt my hand. These are real limestone, like they're not foam.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing, incredible. I mean, the attention to detail. Also, Mikey, look how cool that ceiling treatment looks on the family room or the formal living room. I know we checked out that outdoor space, but we have to check this one out too because it's so nice. So off of that big hallway, it takes you out to this nice little small balcony where you see kind of a different corridors here. Super peaceful.
How could this view has been better? I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You always got to think, how could it be better? That's how you become really good in real estate. If there was a lake within that, between the valleys or a river where you could see it, it would have made this mountain view even better. If you learned something, subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Now let's go back in. They kind of left this section right here. This is where we have the breakfast nook and the kitchen, so you can kind of look down, talk to everybody that's in the kitchen. Staircase access, or the staircase on this wing where you can kind of access to the landing here. And this is really unique. We have this door opening up to full guest quarters. I say full guest quarters because this room has a bedroom, which starts right here with a king size bed, casement windows bring in natural light, chandelier above, and right around the corner, we have a gorgeous bathroom. Again, clad with marble.
This is not a gorgeous bathroom. None of the bathrooms are impressive. I mean, they all look aged. They show their age, and it just the chandeliers really piss me off. They really do.
With a built-in tub setup, double vanities, walk-in closet, washer dryer. I mean, literally everything you need. More built-ins. Exterior doors opening up to a balcony. Again, facing the motor court. Small dining area. I love these well thought out small kitchenettes. I mean, calling this a kitchenette is almost a little bit of a disrespect because they have a Miele oven. I just got a little electrocuted there. Gas cooktop, small Miele dishwasher. This is a 24-inch rather than 30. Sink, another Miele oven setup, and a small fridge that hasn't been used.
There we go.
This house was built in 2015, but the owners only lived 3 months in this home, so it's technically brand new.
That is the biggest problem I see in residential real estate. I'm telling you, in the ultra high end, this is so common where you get really, really wealthy and then you come to that point that you're like, oh, I always wanted to build my dream house. And this is exactly what happens. You spend 10 years building it, then you live in it for 3 months, and then you're like, holy shit, I don't even enjoy it. This was such a headache. Let me sell it now. It just happens so much. If you really planning to build a dream home, you really want an advisor, someone who will tell you, unbiased. You can become a channel member and subscribe. I do members only live streams where you can post your picture of your house or just give me the address. I can pull it up. I can use 𝗕𝗓𝗏 to analyze the neighborhood and analyze your property. If you're planning to buy it, sell it, or you have plans you want me to look at, we can do all of that stuff at the members only live streams. Become a member right below.
Seating area or the living room for the guest quarters, and all these casement windows looking to the side of the property where we have this awesome rock. And when I had a chance to talk to the owners, they mentioned to me that they wanted to put outdoor lighting all around that rock, so at night it lights up and it's kind of a cool view to look at. That's it for the 3rd floor. Now let's go back to the staircase and check out the 1st floor.
Right there, what do you guys see? Do you see this right now? We had a whole castle, and then we have this herniated feature of glass popping out, which doesn't match the rest of the property architecture. Again, this is what I'm telling you about. I love the windows to get it, but it just architecturally, it doesn't speak to the rest of the property. It's a flaw, right? It's a flaw.
All right, everyone, here we are at the 1st floor landing. Same marble floors are also here. And we mentioned it earlier, there are 3 bedrooms on this level that could easily qualify as primary bedrooms, and you guys are gonna see why. I'm gonna start with this first door on my left-hand side that goes into an extremely spacious walk-in closet, again with washer and dryer. And this one is staged as a little bit of a kid's room. We have a small kid's bed here. Nice cute.
This is like creepy vibes. Like I'm not digging this crib right here.
And going this way, let's check out the bathroom. I'm in a conflict. I don't know if this bathroom is better or the one upstairs. This is so spacious.
Do you see how this one is so much better spacing? The ceiling heights, do you understand why the other one looked so weird now? This is normal. Like, this is the scale where you should have the ceilings, where the roof starts. I mean, the ceiling starts, how high the walls go, and then the ceiling. This is normal. The other one was weird.
The walk-in shower actually right there, looking towards the views. Double vanity setup right here, again with a TV right in the center. Well, this one is also a little bit more secluded on the lower level. You have the bedroom right here, king size bed. Again, French doors opening up to a private balcony on this level. TV on this side, you even get a little seating area here, which is great. I'm so happy that I didn't forget. Mike, I need you to pin up to the ceiling. Look at that ceiling medallion. They have it in a couple other places throughout the property. Gives it that nice ornate, timeless touch. I have to show this. I can't stop myself. I'm such a nerd. Look at the recessed AC diffusers here. Since they had that black marble that borders around the floors, they had to custom cut each one of those pieces and get that line perfect.
Yeah, that's why you should buy the property and not pay attention to the fact that you don't have a backyard.
And this is a really interesting fact. This staircase actually goes down another level where we have the basement or the lower level that...
You see, like, the basement is not even done. You went all crazy on the chandeliers and, bring all these... You didn't... Where's the swimming pool? Where is my backyard? It's unfinished.
It's currently unfinished, but it could be an amazing space for a movie theater, gym, secondary, third entertainment space, or you can even have your indoor pool on that level, which would be awesome.
I was about to ask. I feel like the only thing missing from this house is like a pool or hot tub, so maybe it'd be perfect down there.
A game room, like movie theater, it just bedrooms. Even the living spaces for how many bedrooms you had was very small. I mean, if that was the only living room, which we did in the ground level, then that's a pretty small living room for what, 8-9 bedrooms. You just have washing machine and dryers. Like, what's going on?
Let's continue. We have beautiful chandeliers, wall sconces all around. This one opens up to the second, again, extremely spacious bedroom. Gas fireplace, limestone finishes. This one has 2 French doors opening up to an outdoor space on this level. TV setup. We have the bed situated right here. And I want to take you guys through this small door here, which is kind of an interesting route, but you guys will see why. Washer and dryer. I told you that, Mikey. They have it in every single...
Washer and dryer, it's hilarious. Like, just wash your clothes. You know, you're not allowed to have fun. Just keep washing.
Walk-in closet, kind of everything you need. You got a mirror set up around the corner, and going in, another beautiful bathroom setup here. Really appreciate these etched details on this glass for the walk-in shower. All right, let's go back to the hallway. Now we got 2 more rooms to see. First one is right here. By the way,
this is the game room. There is a game room. I'm so sorry. There is a game room. And there's like a half-size pool table in there. A horrible game room.
And I'm gonna say this, I think this is my favorite bedroom out of all the bedrooms. Staircase access, or the secondary staircase, coming down to this level, and this door opens up to the last bedroom. Now, why this is my favorite? I think the way the bed is situated and these massive picture windows looking towards the mountains looks stunning to me. And somehow, being on a lower level kind of frames the mountains where views look a little bit more intense. I don't know if that makes sense.
He just said the views looked better from the freaking rooftop. Now it's better over here. Look, it gives you, when you have objects closer, it gives you perspective. It gives you kind of depth, and you get things, your eyes adjust where you can look far, you can look in. It's more interactive, shall I say.
This is also where I get kind of biased. This one kind of has a small office space, and I like working with a little bench design on the other side where you have more seating. Opens up to that same kind of a lower level balcony. And this bedroom,
this house should be called the bedroom house. It has just a ton of bedrooms everywhere. It had like 5 primaries.
Awesome walk-in shower with the most intricate and detailed glasswork we've seen throughout the property. Mikey, let's get a close-up here. We have to. Look at this.
That is so ugly. They don't even do this in Italy anymore, okay? They did it for a couple years in the 1700s, and they were like, oh, this is whack. We don't enjoy it. They stopped doing it. Please stop etching the glasses. It just looks so cheap, horrible. Just don't do it.
This bathroom kind of, or the bedroom also, has a nice little private balcony, or like an outdoor, covered outdoor deck that opens up to the grounds here. So you feel a little bit more connected to the grounds, and I hope people can hear it from my microphone. Look how quiet it is.
You don't have a flat backyard. Like, this is the lowest floor. You've come down and you still don't have flat land. You know, it just 36 freaking acres, 37 acres. I don't remember. You don't have a backyard.
That basement level could easily be converted to an awesome entertainment space that opens up to the lower level where you can put a
Oh my God. Okay, so there is a little bit of flat land. Let's see how big it is.
pool, outdoor deck. I mean,
There's a lot of flat land down there, actually. Like, I thought there was going to be a slope, but you have plenty of space down there for...
That's not that big. That's to the ratio of the house. Look, your frontage was massive, right? No complaints over there. Massive frontage. You had the great approach, huge motor court, and then you're going to give me a backyard this big on the 4th lowest floor below the basement where it's not even finished yet. Very poor. Very, very poor. If you're spending $12 million in Colorado and you want to buy a property, like, I would want definitely a place where you can ride horses, where you have a huge ranch, you have a flat land. You don't need apartment style 4 stories, right? And you could be at the base of a mountain where you have a valley of a mountain where you can look up to the mountain where they will look even more majestic. You don't need to go all the way to the hilltop to look. You can get that mountain view from the valley as well, and it actually looks a little bit more majestic in my eye. Again, I don't think they built the right house in the right location. I don't think architecturally they got the connection between the outdoor and the interior. There's even on the exterior, these glass windows really architecturally threw off the building from its architectural core style. I also think they just did massive amount of bedrooms everywhere. They didn't give us a good game room. They didn't give us a movie theater. They didn't give us an indoor pool. They just gave us a lot of washing machines and dryers. And then the biggest issue to me is the backyard, where you give me a tiny little backyard like this when it does not match the scale of the front yard. It's such a disappointment, you know? You get excited coming in and the property lets you down at the end. Now, if you think this house was crazy, this property is even crazier than this one and has even more flaws. Check it out, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.